The dwellings at Machu Picchu were probably built and occupied from the mid-15th to the earlier mid-16th century. Machu Picchu's construction style and other evidence suggest that it was a palace complex of the ruler Pachacuti Inca Yupanqui. Several dozen skeletons were excavated there in 1912, and, because most of those were initially identified as female, Bingham suggested that Machu Picchu was a sanctuary for the Virgins of the Sun, an elite Inca group. Technology at the turn of the 21st century, however, identified a significant proportion of males and a great diversity in physical types. Both skeletal and material remains now suggest to scholars that Machu Picchu served as a royal retreat. The reason for the site's abandonment is also unknown, but lack of water may have been a factor. The high level of preservation and the general layout of the ruin are remarkable. Its southern, eastern, and western portions are surrounded by dozens of stepped agricultural terraces formerly watered by an aqueduct system. Some of those terraces were still being used by local Indians when Bingham arrived in 1911. Walkways and thousands of steps, consisting of stone blocks as well as footholds carved into underlying rock, connect the plazas, the residential areas, the terraces, the cemetery, and the major buildings. The main plaza, partly divided by wide terraces, is at the north-central end of the site. At the southeastern end is the only formal entrance, which leads to the Inca Trail. Few of Machu Picchu's white granite structures have stonework as highly refined as that found in Cusco, but several are worthy of note. In the southern part of the ruin is the Sacred Rock, also known as the Temple of the Sun. It was called the Mausoleum by Bingham. It centers on an inclined rock mass with a small grotto. Walls of cut stone fill in some of its irregular features. Rising above the rock is the horseshoe-shaped enclosure known as the Military Tower. In the western part of Machu Picchu is the Temple District, also known as the Acropolis. The Temple of the Three Windows is a hall 35 feet long and 14 feet wide with 3 trapezoidal windows on one wall, which is built of polygonal stones. It stands near the southwestern corner of the main plaza. Also near the main plaza is the Intihuatana, a uniquely preserved ceremonial sundial consisting of a wide pillar and pedestal that were carved as a single unit and stand 6 feet tall. In 2000 this feature was damaged during the filming of a beer commercial. The Princess's Palace is a bi-level structure of highly crafted stonework that probably housed a member of the Inca nobility. The Palace of the Inca is a complex of rooms with niched walls and a courtyard. At the other end of Machu Picchu, another path leads to the famous Inca Bridge, a rope structure that crosses the Urubamba River. Many other ruined cities, like that atop the dark peak of Huayna Picchu, which is accessible by a lengthy, precipitous stairway and trail, were built in the region. Machu Picchu is only the most extensively excavated of these. Stay tuned with the channel. We will glad to see you next time.